I've also seen the leader of the legislative arm of the Imo State government, former TC chairman, former executive chairman of Okigwe local government area, two-time member of the House of Assembly representing the good people of Okigwe State constituency, the vice president of the Association of West African Parliamentarians Worldwide African Region, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly, Dr. Acho Ihim. Mr. Speaker, I will be inviting, but before I do that, let me very humbly and quickly acknowledge the Chairman, Council of Traditional Rulers of Imo State, the man who is in charge of the customs and tradition of our people, together with other traditional rulers who are here, His Royal Majesty Eze Samuel Agumohiri, the Great Obi. Welcome you, sir, and the other principal characters. The State Chairman of APC, Dr. Hilary Eke, we welcome you to this wonderful event. May I quickly acknowledge the very presence of the Chief Judge of Imo State of Nigeria, a very quintessential jurisprudential armada, my Lord Justice Pascal Nadi. Welcome you, sir, to this event. All the members of the National Assembly who are here, we acknowledge your presence. Members of the Imo State House Assembly members who are here, we welcome you. We welcome all the judges. Of course, the Secretary of Government of Imo State, you are acknowledged. Chief of Staff Government House, we welcome you. Honorable Commissioners, we welcome you. Not forgetting, of course, the service chiefs who are very powerfully seated to ensure security of lives and property and to ensure that everything here goes well to the glory of God. We welcome all the professional bodies, critical stakeholders of Imo origin who are here, religious fathers. We can't but acknowledge all of you to the glory of God. Your Excellency, for us to have a deep recognition of the wonderful personalities that are here and to also give honor to whom honor is due, considering the national potency of this wonderful event, I will not be anchoring this occasion alone. I have here with me another national political character, the former Honorable Commissioner for Finance, Government of Imo State, the man representing the good people of Ehime, Obo, and the Hitoboma in the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chairman, House Committee on Health, House of Representatives of Nigeria, Honorable Dikin Chike Okafor. The Crown Prince of Omoloro, he shall take the microphone to perfect the due recognition of all the National Assembly members who are here and also make the due to announce the members of the panel of judges for this wonderful arrangement. Dicky, may it please you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are welcome to this epoch-making event. I call it not just talk-taking, but it is a day to give honor to God Almighty, who made it possible for our dear Imo State to become rescued in 2011 through his servant and his son, His Excellency Owele Anaya Arocha Sokorocha. Distinguished gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for the Almighty God, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, in whom we live and move and have our being. To him be all the glory. Also here with us is the Southeast Zonal Chairman of our great party, the APC, Honorable Chief Emma Enuku. You're very much welcome, sir. In the entourage of His Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, we have the Secretary to the State Government of Kaduna, Honorable Balarabe Abbas Lawal. You are very much welcome. And today he is going to be one of the judges. He will sit alongside other judges who will look at my brothers and my sisters who are part and parcel of the government of Imo State, who are going to today showcase what their various ministries have been able to do in the last 5 years. Also from Kaduna State, we have the Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Mohammed Sani Abdullahi. You are very much welcome. Mary Oladirin is the SSA to the Governor of Kaduna State in charge of Resource Delivery Unit. You are also very much welcome. The member representing the good people, let me put it the way he puts it, the federally marginalized people of Idato North and South, and Deputy Chairman of the House of Reps 8th Assembly Committee on Finance, Honorable Austin Chukwukere, is also here with us. Other members of the National Assembly here present, you're all seated in the crowd. We will pick you out, and you will also be duly recognized.
Thank you so very much. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, may we humbly announce that the chairman of the panel of judges happens to be a retired judge of the Imo State Judiciary, Lord Justice D.E. Njiribako. Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. Seated by his immediate right is the woman leader of Ohanes and Dibo. She's also here to be one of the judges. Welcome you. The NUJ, who are the organizers of this wonderful event, are very powerfully represented. They are in the panel of judges. I welcome the person of the chairman of the Correspondence Chapel. Welcome you. And of course, the chairman of Independent Publishers, Ojuku. Your presence is acknowledged. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for us to keep the ball rolling, having started, may it please Your Excellencies and all of us here gathered that I invite the man who will establish general principles, the very essence and significance of this wonderful arrangement, this account of stewardship that will be given here today. He's more than eminently qualified to do so because of his deep intellectual gravitas, because of his strong political exposure and expertise. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome the former Dean, Faculty of Law, Imo State University, former Commissioner, Youth and Sports Government of Imo State, and the Chief Political Advisor to His Excellency the Governor of Imo State, Professor Barrister Nnamdi
Again, this is what we have in 2011 as the old government house reception. But let me take you to what we have today. And this is the new government house reception called the Gold Card Lounge. And this is what we have before now, 2011, Imo State Governor's Lodge. I call it Old Governor's Lodge, built by the former governor of Imo State, Achiku Denwa. This is the interior. And this is the dining. And today, this is what we have as the new Governor's Lodge. And this is the area view of the new Governor's Lodge. This is the 19-room security quarters built for the security of the governor. And let me tell you that we have what we call now the Victory Chapel. Before now, we don't have any chapel in Government House. But to God be the glory, since we have God First in Imo State, we have constructed it, and what you see here is the interior of the Victory Chapel. My office and my team also, we have gone ahead to construct what we call the Nick Banquet Hall. It is a hall with 1,000 seating capacity. What you are seeing is the interior of Nick's Banquet Hall. We also have what we call the Douglas Souvenir. This is the Douglas Souvenir that provides historical antiques and is for public use. Here you can see the governor and the former military administrator, the former military head of state, Yakubu Gowon. And again, I take you to Imo Trade and Investment Center, also constructed by this government. And this is Imo Trade and Investment Center. This is the interior. What you see here are flags of different countries: Turkey, Japan, USA, numerous countries. It is where information about trade is gotten from Imo State. Again, let me show you what we met in 2011 as the office of the First Lady. This is what we have, Deputy Governor. This is what you used to have as the office. But let me show you what we have today. This is where we built it. This is the demolition, and today we have brand new office of the First Lady and office of the Deputy Governor. That's the interior. And this is for the First Lady of Imo State. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Speaker, you are here. It was not like this when we came in 2011. But to God be the glory, we now have a remodeled Imo State House of Assembly, fully furnished. This is the interior. Honorable members here can also testify that they are already enjoying the benefit of this rescue mission. Again, we also have constructed House of Assembly Service Commission, brand new, and this is the inside view. Again, we do not have a guest house in Imo State. We went ahead and started construction. This is the site where we begin our construction, and this is a brand new Odedibo guest house, constructed, completed, fully furnished by the Office of the Chief of Staff. Again, this is what we used to know as Igbo Hotel. If you agree with me, it's somewhere behind this hall. Today, we have renovated and remodeled, and now it is White House. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present the wonderful team that has met this remarkable achievement. Again, panel of judges. In 2015, staffs of Government House won the best award, the overall best award in Imo State. I believe that today, what you see here is another testimony, and I believe that the award will continue. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Program reaching you from the Imo International Convention Center, where we are having the 5 years account of stewardship of Imo State, also celebrating Imo at 40. Of course, the scorecard is not going to be given by His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, Owole Chaso Okorocha alone. He had called some of his right-hand men, especially the Chief of Staff and some of the commissioners who were nominated, because today there will be an award. They are going to have His Excellency show the world today what he had done these 5 years. What we just finished watching was the Chief of Staff Chief Uche Nwosu, who had given a scorecard on what his office was able to do during the 5 years. So you are still watching. We'll ask you to stay with us. We want to tell you that it is an array of who is who in Imo State today and in Nigeria. The APC government is fully represented. We continue to ask you to stay with us because today promises to be quite exciting as the event unfolds.
Is being charged with the responsibility of developing human resources as well as transformation of transformed infrastructures in our various environments. The aim is not only to make the individual self-reliant, but to develop such an individual have a positive change in all ramifications. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to let you know that before May 2011, that the enrollment figure in both primary and secondary school, we had it at 394,200. This enrollment figure made a kind of worrisome issue to my ministry and my staff. And we decided, having discovered that Imo is education friendly, having known that education is the biggest industry in Imo State, today we have declared free education that has gone into enrollment explosion to give us up to over 1 million children studying in both primary and secondary school. You can see the declaration. Having done that, we know too well that there's no way education can thrive without having a conducive environment. And as such, we move straight to the looks of our school environment before and now. This is what we call township school. This is how the children were sitting then. And today, you can have a look at this particular Owerri City School. This is still Owerri City School, yet the children of Owerri City School, this is them in the classrooms. Owerri City School continued with their IC centers. Another one that we have is at Ikenebu Primary School. This is the old Ikenebu Secondary School, and this is another old Ikenebu Secondary School block. And today, this is the mansion of the old Ikenebu Secondary School with this look. And with this, we have Ikenebu, a masterpiece. This is the IC center of it. The next to this particular thing is Akwakuma. This is exactly the look of Akwakuma. Before then, this is the old buildings of Akwakuma. Having known what transformation and the conducive environment is, gentlemen and ladies, this is another Akwakuma presenting. This is Akwakuma, and we deemed it fit that there is need for us, not only giving them the literary learning, there is need for them to have the moral upbringing, and that is why you have the chapel. Next, this is another one, Emmanuel College, another dilapidated school. Look at them, and today you can have a look of Emmanuel College all over. That's the Emmanuel College for you. Emmanuel College continuing the admin block and the students. This is another one that was so worrisome when we see that we were against to mission, and we didn't need fit to duplicate it again, and we have the fallow land and started the construction, and here you meet Imo Girls College again. This is Imo Girls College in the assembly, Imo Girls College in their classrooms. This is another one, Imo Girls, the government college before. This is the look of the government college before. This is how that particular school was. Today, this is another beautiful, well-brand, remodeled Emmanuel College, government college. This is the government college, this is the government college. Another one is Young Scientist College. There is need for us to identify these are our young ones, for us to groom them into science and technology. This is the look of this particular school before. Today, this is what you have as Young Scientist College. Conducive environments have been provided, and that is why you have quality in education. Next, this comprehensive development school around Douglas Road. This is the look of this particular school before. Another one is this, another building of that. This is the nature of that particular school before 2011. And today, this is the development school, Douglas. This is the buildings of what we have. And this is another one that is so dear and important. Technical College Technical college is where we develop the skills in children, because without the skills, they may not make it. These are the old buildings of the technical college, and we have up to 13 of this particular block in that school. Next, these are the blocks of this particular school and the students. We have another one, Amakohia Comprehensive Secondary School. Amakohia Comprehensive Secondary School, as you have seen it, wasn't in a good shape for anybody to study under such environment. Today, this is Amakohia Comprehensive School. This is Amakohia again, the side view of it. And again, our Umuna Primary School, this was a very waterlogged school. The Umuna people, the only people that are here will bear me witness. And today, it has been branded to this particular look as a primary school. And what we are saying is that it is not even the story building in the secondary school, but also the primary school and the ECCDs that are enjoying it. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to let you know that apart from the 305 INEC wards we have, where we have the story buildings in each of the INEC wards, where my own colleague, the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government, will present, we still have up to 152 of these buildings. Look at them, this one in Isu. We have another one in Gokpal, another one in Interior View, another one this. Please continue, continue, continue. This is the look, all of them, 152. Today we have. This is the uniform. We didn't stop at giving them the conducive learning environment, but provided other necessary facilities like the uniform, the desk. Look at the children in their classrooms. This is another one, payment of the stipend to the children to encourage them and motivate them. Please move down, move down, move down. This is the look of the teachers before. Today, you can see the look of the teachers of Imo State. This is the look of teachers in Imo State in their dress code. And this is the conference of the teachers under the training and retraining of teachers to give quality in education. And these are our children winning so many laurels in all their competitions. This is the look of our children. Imo registered the highest this year because of the population explosion given, because of the access given to education. This another wonderful thing that God did for us. Free education has produced the best graduated students in Imo State University. Okenzie, who had the GPA of this. Look at the jubilation galore in all this. Imo is today, over 23,000 of them are benefiting in Imo State University. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our tertiary institution. Because of the population explosion, we need to have more of them. And this is the ICAPS. ICAPS, Imo State College of Advanced Professional Studies, is built for us to have the finishing school, where those students will go and groom themselves at the end of the day. Look at the look of this particular school. Look at Imo State University. Imo State University, for the past 20 years, no government has ever done anything in Imo State University. Today we are having 2 wonderful world-class lecture theaters in Imo State University. This is another one of it. We have the interior facility. Another aspect is the Eastern Palm University. For us to make sure that we accommodate all of them, this is the Eastern Palm University. This is the Eastern Palm University again. Continue, 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 please. This is the Eastern Palm University. Imo State Polytechnic. Imo Polytechnic is like this before. Today, look at the sitting position before, and this is Imo Polytechnic today. And this is another one, Ngopala University Agriculture, promised by Mbakwe, but completed by this administration. And this is the College of Education in Hitubom. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, this is the secret of the quality education in Imo State. The world-class art of e-library built. This is the interior of this library. This is the interior, the learning station, the children's station, and then the e-library proper. On this note, you can see where His Excellency jubilated, knowing fully well that education, there is nothing you can do without education. Having done that, I want to thank you all and to let you know that if you can write your name, you thank my ministry. If you can write my name, you thank your ministry. If you cannot, you do. Education is very, very key in our life. Thank you and God bless.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for one of the Amazons of the Rescue Mission government, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Imo State, Mrs. Gertrude Otoka. When His Excellency went round Imo State campaigning in 2015, he promised factory, 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 industry, 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 job, job, job. And that responsibility today is on the shoulders of a young man who learned business from his mother's womb, a successful businessman, a lawyer, all the way from Isi Alambano. Let us make welcome Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Ifeanyi Ararobe Jr.
Your Excellency, Dr. Rochas Okorocha, distinguished panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to render my account of stewardship between 2011 to 2016. I present to you the modern market at Obowu. We were faced with relocating a lot of street traders as well as a lot of our traders who were relocating from other states. This market is equipped with 4,000 shops with functional facilities and is part of my efforts to stimulate the economy of Obowu. This is what the old Onitsha Park market looked like when we assumed office, and I ordered the immediate demolition of this market. This is the new market. This market has 158 shops with functional facilities and is already in use. As part of my efforts to decongest the Ekuku-Owerri, as well as the Douglas Road, I started the construction of this market, the new relief market at Owerri. This market has 1,500 shops with very functional facilities, and it is already in use. The building materials market, although, is a one-stop market. What it means is that it makes it easier for dealers, for manufacturers of these building materials, as well as consumers to locate their traders. This market has 392 shops with functional facilities and is already in use. The Imo Modern Electronics Market, although it has 256 shops with functional facilities, again, is a one-stop market for electronics dealers. It makes it easier for manufacturers as well as consumers to locate their traders. The Umaka market was part of my efforts. As well as you all know, nothing develops a society or a town like a university or a market. I decided to cite this market here. It has stimulated the economy of Umaka. It has 200 shops and is already in use. When we came into government in 2011, the only thing we had that looked like a modern city was Owerri. I wasn't satisfied with that. So I started my plans to turn Okigwe into a modern city. And I present to you the Okigwe shopping mall. When completed, it's going to have 100 shops and it's going to add 700 new jobs and stimulate the economy of Okigwe. Next, please. Again, this is part of our efforts to bring in the allied and leather goods manufacturers from Aba. This is a purpose-built manufacturing market for them. This will again add about 5,000 new jobs. It will stimulate the economy of Naze community. The Imo standard shoe industry, again, was built in the 80s. And previous governments went into the running of the day-to-day activities of this industry, and they ran it down. When I came in, we had to recover this industry from AMCON, the asset management company of Nigeria. But not wanting to make the mistakes of the past, I made sure we got a core investor, Dynacell. And what you have now is this. Production has started. You can see me inspecting the industry. And this, when it hits full capacity, will create close to 1,000 new jobs. The resin paint industry is a project that is so dear to my heart. Why? Because it was built again in the 80s and it was allowed to die because of government involvement in running of industries. I went into negotiations with the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, and after paying a large sum of money, I recovered this industry back as property of Imo State. But not wanting to make the mistakes of the past, I went into negotiations with a core investor, Skyrun Industries. Skyrun is one of the biggest Chinese companies operating here in Nigeria. And they will be manufacturing household items like televisions, like microwaves and transformers. It is in line with our job policy. Over 1,000 new jobs will be added, and it will stimulate the economy of our Bombise. Again, the paper packaging industry at Owerri Biri in Olu, I just recovered this industry. On my last visit to the United Kingdom with His Excellency, I met with some core investors, and I'll be relating our decision very soon to Imo Light. Again, the Concord Hotel is something that everyone here knows about. The Concord Hotel used to be the 5-star pearl of the East, but subsequent governments went into the running of Concord Hotel, and this was the result. This was what Concord Hotel used to look like. I came in and I ordered the immediate shutdown of Concord Hotel. And what you have now is a brand new 5-star hotel, the new Imo Concord Hotel. That is the interior. That is what Concord Hotel looks like. Again, the Uguta Hotel was in bad shape when we came in. This is what it looked like. And I ordered the immediate shutdown of Uguta Hotel and renovation of Uguta Hotel. This is what you have now, a brand new hotel. When this hotel is functional by January of next year, it's going to create another 400 jobs, and it will bring in a lot of visitors, a lot of tourists to Uguta and boost our IGR. Again, I wasn't satisfied with having a one-city state. I ordered the immediate construction of this. It is my most ambitious project yet. This project, the Okigwe Princess Hotel, is a 5-star hotel. It's on the 6th floor. We're taking it to 12 floors, and it will stimulate commercial activities in Okigwe City when completed. Again, I want you to look at this picture now and look at the next picture. The Akachi Tower is an iconic symbol of this city. Every modern city has a symbol. When you go to New York, you have the Statue of Liberty. When you go to London, you have the Big Ben. This is the symbol of this city, and it's just to tell you that you are safe, and this city is in the hands of God. The Imo Carnival. This innovation was created by myself and my ministry. The whole essence of this carnival is to unite Imo State, bring everybody together. But we have taken it a step further. The essence of this carnival now is to bring in tourists and investors. Last year, we had over 200,000 new visitors to Imo State. And we're promising a bigger and better carnival this year. Ladies and gentlemen, from what you can see a lot of investments coming into Imo State. Just recently, the governor and I were at the Owerri Mall, where you have ShopRite, a PPP project. It's a living testimony to the fact that we have the 3rd fastest growing economy in Nigeria. That Owerri is the fastest growing city in Nigeria. For those of you who are watching at home, and for those of you who are listening to me, we're asking you to come and invest in Imo State. We guarantee you the best return on your investment. I want to thank His Excellency for giving me this opportunity to serve this great state. It is an experience I will cherish for the rest of my life. God bless you, God bless Imo State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The son is the father of the man. Ladies and gentlemen, youngest commissioner since the creation of Imo State in 1976. Ifeanyi Chukwu Ararume Jr. Thank you so very much. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I wish to very humbly present to you a woman who carries the heart of His Excellency the Governor of Imo State in the area of charity. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Women Affairs and Social Development, University of Lagos trained educationist. Welcome to this great event.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am Lady Honorable Ngozi Njoku. With due sense of humility and responsibility, I stand here to present a scorecard and achievements for the Ministry of Health, Women Affairs and Social Development. My ministry has witnessed a paradigm shift, especially in the health sector, with lots of policies put in place to re-engineer the sector for better and quality healthcare delivery to our people. These strategic changes range from infrastructural development to initiatives and shaping engagements in critical segments of the healthcare value chain. But however, when we came on board in 2011, we had a full basket of programs designed to move the health sector forward. But we considered of primary importance the welfare of the masses, the plight of the masses that could not afford medical bills. And we set up Imo Foundation. Imo Foundation became the charitable organ of the state government where health facilities were built and provided for the benefit of the common man who could not afford medical bills. Here you see a hydrocephalus child undergoing surgery in the Imo Foundation at no cost to the parents. Here is a woman that we had 20 kg removed, too much removed from her body, being prayed for by the wife of the governor. Here you also see doctors, team of doctors saving life in Imo Foundation. All that you have in Imo Foundation is saving lives, saving lives, saving lives. Again, as you can see, the heartbeat of this government is welfare of the masses while protecting the few rich. And then we considered the fact that many people could not access medical care. We started this initiative, Health at a Doorstep, which was meant to take medical care to the rural areas and to the doorsteps of indigents. Here we purchased over 27 buses to be able to take care of our people. You see the buses here. Next slide. You will see somebody who was also being checked because we discovered that a lot of our people died because of hypertension, diabetes, typhoid, and common diseases. So the ministry took it upon itself to make sure that we attend to these people. And we bought over 15,000 glucometers to assist people in checking their blood sugar. Here you see a beneficiary receiving from His Excellency a glaucoma. Then the state of the existing health facilities was also not acceptable to us. So we started renovations. This is the old general hospital in Imo State, one of them, I won't be saying, here is the renovated one you find here. We also renovated the College of Health Technology in Amibo, Wangere local government area. Again, of primary importance was the need to have a degree awarding school for nurses. And so we built a College of Nursing and Health Sciences at Okporo. Here is the area view of the school. And then you find the student nurses undertaking their classes in a very beautiful environment. Again, it is important to add that the health workers needed to be retrained. You know, when we came on board, people were used to going to chemists to buy medications. And we felt that it is important that we train our workers so that they knew the new policies of case management. Here we find us training our health workers towards the new style of case management of malaria. During this time around, we became the first government to graduate the medical doctors in our teaching hospital, Imo State Teaching Hospital at Olo. Here you find the doctors. Again, a very primary, important, and necessary thing we set up was the Ochiedike Diagnostic and Renal Center. Ochiedike Diagnostic Center and Renal Center is a place, a world-class place, fully equipped with modern instruments to diagnose ailments before treatment. Here is internal view of the Ochiedike. That's a sophisticated CT scan machine in Ochiedike Center, so that we prevent people from trying to India for health medical care. Brand new general hospitals. We went ahead also to build new general hospitals, even though that was in collaboration with my friend and my colleague in the Ministry of Local Government area. But here is the internal view of one of the male wards in the brand new general hospital. Another landmark achievement in our health sector is the construction of several blocks in Imo State Teaching Hospital Olo to enhance quality health care and training of medical doctors and health workers. Like I said earlier that we graduated the first set of doctors. It is because of the provision of these facilities that helped us to train them. Here is the aerial view of the blocks. The new radiology block, having all these equipments for our people. We have the X-ray machine. Here you have a very, very primary and important center, the neuro center, where brain and spine surgeries are carried out. Let me take you inside the theater. But hold on, you're not going there for surgery, except if you have brain tumor. Here you have the isolation center for the control and treatment of patients with infectious diseases, like Lassa fever, tuberculosis, and so on. Of course, in 2016, because of the proactiveness of our ministry, we came tops at the last immunization program. Under Women Affairs, my ministry, in collaboration with the Office of Our Excellency, mobilized heavily Imo women and empowered them. Here you find the Imo women presenting and displaying their farm products. Today, the Imo woman is a very well-packaged woman, a very well-packaged wife, a very well-packaged sister, courtesy of my ministry. Under the social welfare scheme, we have so many of them that are abandoned in their homes. This is a family of 3 that all of them are blind. They are under our social welfare scheme, and we take care of their medical bills and their feeding allowances every month. Well, let me use the opportunity to thank Your Excellency. You are a wonderful man to have given me this privilege to serve Imo people. For my mother, Her Excellency, I cannot thank her enough because of her motherly support. But to all of you that have listened, Your Excellencies, panel of judges, thank you so much and God bless you all.
We saw the Amazon in education. We have seen the Amazon in health. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to hear from yet another Amazon, a 2-term commissioner in Imo State Independent Electoral Commission, the Honorable Commissioner for Works, the Amazon in the Ministry of Works. Give it up for Honorable Chief Mrs. Josephine Udoji.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, and other excellencies here present, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Honorable Chief Mrs. Josephine Udoji, the Commissioner in charge of Ministry of Works and Transport, Imo State. I give access for all and sundry. Are you going to work, market, hospital? You must go on my roads. I am more than wonderful. Accessible road in Imo State. I also provide transport, which is a necessity. Give it to me. I'm the huge pillar on which the economy of the state and the citizenry rely on. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now give you the account of my stewardship in the last 5 years. When we came in, we were confronted with a chronic traffic congestion that led us to embark on road constructions, dualization, construction of bridges, construction of tunnels, construction of flyovers, which we call interchangeable bridges. Ladies and gentlemen, relax and let me showcase what we have. We started by constructing a new brand road from the end of Fedra, which we call Akachi. Akachi being constructed, it was a refuse dump. You can see the bridge being constructed there. May I show you Akachi after construction? We also want to decongest the traffic jam on the Owerri-Aba Road. We now dualize the single dual carriage road and expanded it up till Nnaze Junction with traffic sweet lights. Let's go. We also constructed a new band road where there was no road. You can see shanties all over the places. This is more or less Morocco of Imo State. The road transverses from Emmanuel College to Olu Junction. That's where we have the waterfalls. We call it Desam Mbakwe Road. After that, we now went into constructing more roads to link the old Owerri and the new Owerri. We embarked on the construction of the first inland. Let's go. The second inland under construction. The third inland. Let's go. The fourth inland. You can see. The fourth inland still under construction. Nobody believed that nothing good would have happened on this gully area, but we went in and constructed the fourth inland road that made His Excellency Owodele Okorocha to name that road a miracle road. Let's go. The fifth road was also constructed traversing Rapport Junction by Olu Road to Onitsha Road. Let's go. We also created a brand new road behind Assumpta Cathedral. We called Ochedike Road that gave my sister, the Ministry of Health, the leeway to construct the dialysis center that she called, named after my road, Ochedike Dialysis Center. Let's go. We have also commenced expansion and realization of the MCC and Mbari Road work in progress. Let's go. We are about completing the construction of Foundation Road, which is 8-lane road that traverses across Chukwumamoha through Imsuba Gate and linking Okigwe Road. Let's go. The notorious works layout is not left out. Many houses, resources were submerged on the works layout. But when we came in, we now did what we call the stormwater tunnel that collects all the water from Oji down to Mori River. That's it. Let's go. We also embarked on realization of the Owerri to Olu Road, which is about 100 kilometers. That's it. The Owerri-Olu Road. We continued, but we had a challenge on that road because it was a single tiny road that on daily basis casualties were recorded. When we will now go to the Njaba Bridge, because it was a single drag carriage, we now opened it and did the dual carriage bridge. Njaba Bridge now is dual carriage. You can see it. Work still ongoing. We didn't stop at that. We constructed a whole lot of pedestrian bridges. This is the township pedestrian bridge, the university at the University Junction, Emmanuel College, the Freedom Road pedestrian bridge. Let's go. We also constructed overhead bridges, which we call the interchangeable bridges, fondly called here flyovers. And we named them after our heroes. The Nnamdi Azikiwe flyover, which is completed, and the other one on the Amakoya Olu Road, we call Michael Opera flyover. Before the end of August, work will be completed here. Let's go. We also constructed tunnels. We constructed this tunnel along the Port Harcourt by Hero Square Junction. Work is almost completed there. By the end of next month, His Excellency is going to commission it by His special grace. And we name it after our hero, Ikemba Ojukwu. This road is very, very significant to us because of the location and what it stands for. Why we did this road was this tunnel. Was in the past, it was a death trap. Even we lost one of our illustrious sons, one of our commissioners, last 2 years there. That also made us to go into constructing this Ikemba Ojukwu tunnel to minimize the casualties. We did roundabouts to ease traffic jam. This is Government House roundabout, Warehouse roundabout, Imo State roundabout, the Fire Service roundabout. This is Emmanuel College roundabout. This is Nazi roundabout. Oriubi City roundabout. Then this is the Aka New City roundabout. We also went into beautifying the old Olu that was a glorified village indeed. There was a popular song they used to sing when we came in, but when we came, we said, my people, weep no more, we are going to do as we did in the state capital. We opened Olu, removed all the shanties. That's why they call me Madam Bulldozer. You can see my bulldozer here. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the new Olu City. This is Olu City. Again, we also went to Okigwe, where we now did the same. Okigwe, before the death of this administration, it was almost a village. We now came in with my bulldozer and with my team. We opened it. You can see me at work there. We now opened it. You can see a glorified Okigwe City today. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't stop at that. We encountered, when we were doing the Owerri Olu dualization, there was an erosion menace that we met along the Olu Akapa Road. We tackled it head on, and today I can tell you this is what we came out of it. That's the new dualized road from Olu to Akapa. My ministry also covers the transport system. By His special grace, I have on ground today, I'm proud to say it, I've purchased 8 pieces of 60-seater but it's well air-conditioned. And also, I've taken delivery of 300 pieces of city cabs, yet to arrive 200. Immediately, we got His Excellency is going to commission it. And I'm going to help His Excellency in his policy of jab, 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 factory, 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 industry, industry, industry. Because we are going to employ not less than 1,000 unemployed youths. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the popular name given to me, they're shouting, Madam Zero Portal, Madam Zero Portal. I stand out to tell you today, in Imo State, there is no more pothole. We are tackling it head on. And I have a team that we call the OPWD. They are now trying to put all the potholes in check. His Excellency Owole Rocha Sokorocha, I mustn't conclude this my account of stewardship without thanking you for the opportunity given to me to serve in your rescue mission administration. May God continue to bless you. Remain blessed.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, give it up for one of our Amazons. Chukuneye. Let's go. Where are we going to from here now? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Thank you so very much. Imo is growing from strength to the glory of God. From road infrastructure, from cross bridge, we now move to food security. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege and the honor to invite the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Environment and Natural Resources, Mr. Food Security, Udo Agoha.
The Executive Governor of Imo State, I beg to stand on already established protocol. My name is Honorable Udombo Agoha, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, Imo State. Ladies and gentlemen, here, when we took over office in 2011, we were faced with the problem of food. And today, I stand to tell you that Imo is green. I stand to tell you that Imo is fertile. I stand to tell you that agriculture is the mainstay of our economy. The first program we embarked upon is the Palm for Palm project, the Ekonanko. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see that our greeting today has changed from Ibokwen to good morning, Ekonanko. Good afternoon, Ekonanko. Good evening, Ekonanko. And we have distributed, ladies and gentlemen, over 250 palm seedlings to various communities and to various local governments each. We have also made sure that His Excellency here, you can see, distributed palm to traditional rulers and farmers alike. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Imo Palm Plantation, otherwise called Ada Palm, built by the late Michael Opara and refurbished by us in the present administration. This was the old oil mill. This is the new renovated oil mill. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the palm oil processing mill. This is the end product of the palm produce. In our rubber estate has three major areas that is situated at Obuti, Umekune, and Emabiam, and capable of giving us a revenue of over 4.5 million annually, and is sitting on about 4,250 hectares of land. Next is the rice field, ladies and gentlemen. We have rice mills in various local governments, but the major landmark we have done here is that we have 2 major processing rice mills located at Onitsha, Obuama, Hioma in Ihitu Obuama local government area, and Ohiuchu around the Zogo local government area. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our cassava farm. Cassava farm, we have planted cassava at various local governments. This is our demonstration farm at These are the improved farm cassava stems that we have distributed to people. Here is our industrial processing mill at Umuagbo in collaboration with Polytechnic Umuagbo. Here is one of our end products from cassava, Imo Gari at its best. We have other allied products from cassava. We have the flour, we have the starch, we have even cassava ethanol that is gotten from cassava for industrial use. Here, His Excellency is inspecting and harvesting our tomato at Ihiagwa farm. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, here we procured fertilizers for distribution to our farmers. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, our major achievements in this administration is the production of fish. This is our Uguta fish farm. It has the capacity of giving us over 5 million fingerlings every year. This is our fish. And ladies and gentlemen, I will shock you that this young man here produced a locally fabricated dryer oven. Here we are inspecting it. Next, this is the oven in action. Why can't we say that we are secured as far as food is concerned? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Imo smoked fish being presented to the MD of Bank of Africa by His Excellency, a product of Imo State for exportation. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to you one of our main industries established by the late day Sambakwe, the Avoto poultry. Abandoned, left to rot, but when we came into office, we refurbished and we are in full production. Let me also inform you that we had a problem last year because of the attack of avian influenza, otherwise called bird flu. We had to depopulate the place and later on restocked. Today, we have Adapam, we have Imo modern poultry at Abuja. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to continue, we had to build 3 major abattoirs in our 3 zones. One at Okigwe, one at Owerri, and the last one at Olu. Here is work in progress at our Olu abattoir. This is what it will look when we finish it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have erosion problem because Imo State is prone to erosion. These are some of our erosion sites. OBC erosion site, isn't it? Iyozo, Iyoma Oboruru erosion site, before and after intervention. We have a lot of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have intervened in almost all of them, and we intend to do more. On sanitation, Your Excellencies, we have started the monthly cleanup exercise, which has made Imo the cleanest city in the world, in Imo State, in Nigeria, sorry. This is a machine for recycling of the waste products. This one is Amakoya in Owerri North. Next. Here, our roads are clean because of our commitment to clean environment. This is the clean roads in Owerri. Next. Here we have our UNIDO laboratory in Aladima Housing Estate. We review draft reports, and the review has earned us a lot of money, and we are conducting scientific analysis of air water, environment, and other things, and it has also yielded us some good results. On natural resources, Your Excellency, we have the only surviving zoo in the southeast, and of course the largest zoo in the whole of the south. These are some of the animals who go there. It has attracted a lot of revenue for us, and today, ladies and gentlemen, on petroleum, you know, while oil companies are running away from other states, they are coming to Imo State because we are the largest producer of natural gas. And you see, Imo is sitting on gas. Because of our work in this field, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the good things we are getting for our oil companies. Done. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you that I have no time. Otherwise, Imo people know that the #1 ministry is agriculture because we give others what they used to work. Thank you, and may God bless you.
From agriculture to natural resources, ladies and gentlemen, we have privilege and honor to bring another big one, another milestone. Protection of life and property is a priority of any government. May I invite the Honorable Commissioner for Public Utility and Public Safety, Rodney Ejelo.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, the People's Governor, Your Excellencies, all protocols observed, panel of judges. My name is High Chief Dr. Rodney Ejelo, the Honorable Commissioner, by the grace of God, in charge of Ministry of Public Utilities and Public Safety. My presentation on the achievement of my ministry, Public Utilities and Public Safety, from 2011 to date. My ministry is charged with the responsibility to provide power supply, water supply, and public safety for Imolites. Recently, you can recall that the UNDP declared Imo State the safest place to live in southeast of Nigeria. I did it, and I'll tell you how I did it. Before 2011, Imo State had serious security challenges, armed robbery, baby factory and child trafficking, drug trafficking, high rate of kidnapping incidents, cultism, and all manners of vices. We swung into action immediately by recruiting over 10,000 able youth for community policing, the first of its kind in Nigeria. We went into physical training of our security men. You can see them there. We trained them by security experts from overseas because we want the best. Training parades were taken on them. Passing out, we had Imo State Security Network, Imo Community Watch, Imo Civil Guard, Imo Niger Delta Security. We didn't stop at that. My ministry started immediately to equip our trained security outfits. We provided over 50 Hillock security patrol vehicles to our security outfits. We provided over 700 security patrol bikes for the community policing. We donated, because of the cordial relationship we had to create with the existing security organization, we donated over 200 security patrol vehicles to the military, to the police, and the civil defense. And immediately the results started. The magic came alive. More than 20 armed robbers and their women accomplices were arrested in Okijwe when we destroyed them. A major Indian hemp smoker was arrested at Emi near Owerri. You can see the drugs. If this has gotten into the society, I don't know what would have happened to our youths. Next, please. A kidnapping kingpin was arrested at Orogwe. You can see him there. Recently arrested an armed robbery suspect at Oru East. We recovered, you can see the robbery tools. This is the one I'll talk most. Recently, demolition on homes and dens of kidnappers at Ohoba. This is a situation I would like to, this is where we destroyed the den of the kidnapper who kidnapped the channel reporter. We made sure that kidnappers had no hiding place anymore. And we have taken a decision, their houses must be destroyed. Next, please. Fire service. Yes, please. Dilapidated state of Imo State Fire Service when we came on board 2011. New ultra-modern fire stations under construction now. Next, please. Before 2011, this is the type of fire engines we have in Imo. Next, please. Brand new fire engines acquired for the various fire stations. Next, please. Apart from that, my job is to power Imo State, to energize Imo State, and to lighten up Imo State. This is how we saw Imo State by 2011 when I came in. Imo was perpetually in darkness. Over 400 transformers were distributed to various communities in the state. This is the new look of Imo State at night. This is Imo State. This is our city looking like the new solar power traffic lights at major roundabouts. This is it at night. And I didn't finish, I went into water supply. Next, please. Before 2011, they searched for water. This is what we meant. We all know that water is essential for life. So this is how it was in Imo by 2011. Next, please. I began negotiating to revive water projects in Imo. Next, please. We trained plumbers for rehabilitation of water schemes in Imo. This is the governor congratulating the graduate boys we have trained. Next, please. We rehabilitated the Owerri Regional Water Scheme. Next, please. Rehabilitated the Owerri Regional Water Scheme at Otamiri is functional and is supplying water to the Owerri municipality and environs. Next, please. Series of other completed and functional water projects. Because of want of time, there are numerous to mention. Next, please. Please, in the course of your voting, remember, I have secured Imo lights, I have provided water, I have powered Imo. But bear it in mind, every development and every achievement being talked about here today by my colleagues could not have been achieved if my ministry had not made Imo State safe. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from Amakohia community in the Itubo local government area, now we are going to Obudiagwa in Oguta local government area. Let us make welcome a young man called to buy in 1989 who had done nothing since then but to law. Let us make welcome Barrister Miletus Lemedum, Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Imo State. Good evening, Your Excellencies, distinguished panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barrister Miletus Lemedum, the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice. I have come here to give an account of my stewardship for the past 5 years. As you all know, the rule of law is the pivot of the rescue mission government. My ministry is not that of construction. My ministry is the clearinghouse. My ministry is the pivot of the government. Now, in pursuance of the requirement of the law that gives me the chief law officer of the state, pursuant to section 195, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, we have saving, this is the statistics of the cases we have done, the criminal cases we have done year by year, and in doing so, we have concluded that this is the statistics. We have concluded we have concluded many criminal cases, and in so doing, the dispensation of justice has been guaranteed. Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the number of criminal cases we have concluded, a total of 1,149 criminal cases and appeals. And in so doing, ladies and gentlemen, we have helped in no small measure in decongesting the prisons. Now, in the civil suits, this is the statistics of the cases we have done, and in so doing, we have tried to defend the government. Critical cases that would have grounded the government, we have defended the government and ensured that the state government is properly protected according to law, and in those cases, we have ensured that the interest of government is adequately protected. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done 504 civil suits and appeals arising therefrom. And this is only limited to cases where the government and the parastatals are parties. Now, we have used alternative dispute resolution to use in the administration of the cases and in resolving disputes. We have done this in liaison with the Bureau for Peace and Conflict Resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, we have solved 673 cases by way of ADR. What we are seeing here is the ruins of the palace of the Eze of Ochia community in Ohanjirima local government. This is the ruins of one of the houses in Umweshi community in Idato South. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the return of peace by way of ADR in Ochia community. This is the return of peace. The people of Umweshi are celebrating the return of peace and thanking God and the Imo State government, pioneered by my ministry, for the alternative dispute resolution. In labor drafting, Your Excellencies, all the contracts, all the memoranda of understanding are executed by my ministry. All the projects that have been mentioned here, we are the people that vetted them and drafted them, without which they couldn't have been executed. So we have, in the past 5 years, executed 4,300, we have executed 1,415 memoranda and agreements, and also we have vetted 4,300 case files. Your Excellencies, now cases are not delayed. When the case files are come to my ministry, it takes less than 14 days to have them vetted. And this is different from what was obtainable in the past. And to see how vibrant the Ministry of Justice is under my administration, from January to date, this year, we have filed a total of 556 criminal information in the court. This has drastically reduced the incidence of awaiting trial and citizens being detained without any proper charge in court. In the terms of estate and trust, we have accelerated the process of processing applications for issuance of letters of administration, and for the period under review, we have issued and given up to 5,016 letters of administration. In the past, it was not so. Letters of administration took more than 2 years to process. Now they can be processed within 1 month. In terms of law review, Your Excellencies, the Committee on Law Review has gone so far in updating the laws of Imo State, and in liaison with the House of Assembly, we shall soon be having an updated versions of Imo State laws. Now, in terms of legal advice, by the credible and valid legal advice we are giving to the government, we have saved the government the embarrassment and disastrous legal and financial consequences that would have been accruable to the government if we had not properly advised them. We have also enhanced internally generated revenue from these sources of income, as you can see on the screen, thereby helping to enhance the internally generated revenue of the government. Now, the terms of equipping the library, we have procured over 5,800 law books and law reports to ensure that the Ministry of Justice is adequately stocked with relevant law reports, because we cannot perform without adequate law books. These are sections of the Ministry of Justice library, and today we can proudly say that the Ministry of Justice is one of the libraries you can always count on in legal research, and these are sections of the library. Now, we have not stopped at that. This is the construction of the ultramodern Justice Oputa Court Complex. This is a massive structure that will house up to 20 courtrooms and other offices. This is one of the structures you cannot see anywhere east of the Niger. Ladies and gentlemen, these are sections of the Justice Oputa Court Complex under construction, and in a very short time, they shall be completed. This is the asphalted High Court premises in Owerri. Before it was waterlogged, but now it has a very civilized surface, and one can always count on the asphalted premises of the State High Court. Now, in the terms of appointment of judges, 7 High Court judges were appointed, 1 Customary Court of Appeal judge. They have been appointed and sworn in, and ladies and gentlemen, the judges have kick-started, and there is enhanced administration of justice. And these judges have their vehicles given to them, have their houses given to them, and this is a way, these are the vehicles given to the magistrates, the vehicles given to the magistrates, and the judges also have their vehicles, and these are the vehicles for the judges. We have striven to make construction of the judges' quarters a pivot of what we are doing to make judges comfortable. This is the old dilapidated structure called judges' quarters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have now as judges' quarters. It is situated off Ebu Road. We did not stop there. We have assisted the Nigerian Bar Association in diverse means. We gave financial assistance for the completion of the bar center. We have sponsored law officers to MBA conferences. We have donated a parcel of land for the Secretariat of the Eastern Bar Forum. We have assisted young lawyers in their forum and their activities. We have donated buses to the various branches of the MBA, Okigwe, Owerri, and Olu. These are some of the processes we are on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the bar center at a High Court premises in Owerri. And I have to say this, that we are here because of the vision of the rescue mission. And if the judiciary had not affirmed the victory of His Excellency at the polls, we won't have been here. We defended the victory of the governor at the tribunal and the appeals. And if we had lost, we wouldn't have been here. So the great credit should go to my ministry, because we ensured that the decision of Imo electorate were affirmed by the judiciary. And that is why we are here today and celebrating the rescue mission. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for appointing me. Thank you, Imo Lies. Thank you, the distinguished panel of judges. I'm very much obliged.
That was Honorable the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of Imo State Government. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of motivating those who are working, because His Excellency has asked me to announce to you that a motivated worker does the best job. The winner of this very contest, here and now, we go home with the sum of 10 million naira. Second position, we go home with 5 million naira. Third position, we go home with 2 million naira. And the judges are having a very hectic time, because a winners must emerge. May I crave your indulgence, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now to invite an estate planner, estate investor, and estate developer, the Honorable Commissioner for Lands, Survey, and Urban Development, Chief Lawrence Eburo.
Your Excellencies, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, My name is Lawrence Mbadiwe Buro. I am the Commissioner for Land, Survey, Housing, and Urban Planning. I rise to give account of my stewardship in the last 5 years. Before I do that, I crave your indulgence as I salute the man who find me worthy to be called a commissioner in Imo State. Your Excellency, may it always be good for you. The Land Policy Trust of the Rescue Administration of Owele Rochas Okorocha hinges mainly on the realization of the provision of Owele Master Plan as has remained a cardinal focus for this administration with no intentions to compromise. My ministry, the Ministry of Land, is the custodian of all the lands on behalf of the governor. When I first get into office, Imolites were asking me, where is my land? Where can I build? Sir, give me a land. I was so troubled because I don't have an answer for them. I called up all my directors. We had a meeting, and somebody came with an idea. He said, sir, Mr. Commissioner, why not we open all this layout that we're allowing follow all over Owerri? That we did. The result is this. We open up all these layouts, Area T, Area TA, UA, and they receive a grand total of 2,286 plots of land that we gave out to Imolites to build houses. This is the result of our work. The newly created layouts with buildings depicting Imo as one of the fastest growing cities in Nigeria. To do that also, we made the landowners. We paid the landowners, indigenous landowners, we paid them their compensation, spending close to ½ billion naira as compensation to original individual landowners. The next thing we did is that to make sure that the land that you're receiving will have an adequate CFO. Ladies and gentlemen, when we get into office, this is what I made as the CFOs for Imo land. I decided that it's befitting for Imo State to have a better, manageable CFO. This is what I did. My ministry has worked assiduously to carry out all these activities, perimeter survey for all the new layouts, parcellational survey for all the new layouts, and all these things that you're looking at here. Now I'm going to take you to this place that used to be known as legislative quarters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what touched my heart. When we came into office, this place used to be a den for criminals. It was a building that's been there for over 30 years, built with good intention by previous administration. But subsequent administrations neglected this place, and this is what I did. We transformed it. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Heroes Apartment. This is the interior of the Heroes Apartment, the area view of the Heroes Apartment. Similar case, when we came into office, this is what we had as the commissioner's quarters. Again, building that with good intention was built 30 years ago by well-intended administration, but subsequent administration neglected this building. Again, it became a hideout, safe haven for criminals and kidnappers. We said no, it should not be. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the new commissioner quarters. Commissioner's quarters, now twin duplex, area view of the commissioner quarters. Centenary Tower. When we came into office, I realized that to alleviate the taste for Imolite to have a nice place to live, I have to do something and do it fast. I decided to start the Centenary Towers. This is a H-block building that is 16th floor, that when completed will house about 1,000 housing units for Imolites to call home. Grant for the Centenary Towers. The Centenary Towers under construction. Although we had some challenges, but we are getting there. More construction. Here is the Centenary Towers when it's all completed. Lands and lands. As I said earlier, my goal was to make sure that when you receive your certificate of occupancy, you can use it to get a mortgage from the bank and build something. I felt that the Office on Lands and Lands should be changed. We decided to start a new place for the Lands and Lands Office. This is the building under construction. This is the building completed. It's 100% completed and we'll be moving there very soon. Again, the Imo College of Advanced Professional Studies, staff quarters. Because of shortage of housing, our partners in this college used to stay in a hotel. We felt that that is not proper. We need to have a place that they can live to mimic what they have in their country, such as the foreign partner. We had put together 18 units of housing units that now 100% completed that house our partners, foreign partners in ICAPS. Now, this is something that's so unique to me. Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora has been asking me, where can we build a house? Why are we so neglected? I promised them that when I took office, I will make sure that they have a place that they can call their own home, diaspora housing for people in the diaspora. We have Monday land for it. Here is, in the next few years, you will have diaspora housing all completed to the glory of God. I want to thank my staff who worked so hard to help me achieve this. But before that, let me tell you this. For me to be able to stay in 7 minutes, all the achievement of my ministry is impossible. But I take consolation in knowing that my brothers and sisters, the commissioners, did that for me, because for every building you see here today has my imprint on it. It was my land director that associated the land. It was my survey person that did the parcellation, and obviously my housing people that actually went out there and supervised the building. Thank you very much. Imolites are dead ahead of us.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the tempo is rising gradually. What he just whispered to me now, Your Excellency, that our visiting guests, that he didn't remember to say to you that if you need a place you want to build a home away from your home, come to Imo State. He will give you land, and the governor will sign off the CFO, because Imo is safe for you to come and live in. Before we invite the next speaker, let me announce that the Right Honorable Speaker of the 8th Assembly House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, is here this evening, represented by Honorable Engineer Israel Ajibola Famurewa, member representing Atakomosa East and West, and Ilesha East and West, all the way from Osun State. You're very much welcome. And also our own member representing Ezinibe, Ahias of Federal Constituency, Honorable Chief Raphael Nnamna Ibokwe, is also comfortably seated here with us. And then also to make welcome the immediate past Speaker of Imo State House of Assembly, and by the grace of God, the next Senator representing Okigwe's home, Honorable Chief Benjamin Owajumogu. The next, let us make welcome High Chief Engineer Chid Ibe, MFR, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, and a great son of Ahiazo Mbise.
Your Excellencies, very distinguished members of the panel of judges, my name is High Chief Engineer Chiribe MFR, the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Youth and Sports. Your Excellency, my ministry is the flagship and the focal point and the fulcrum upon which every giant strides achieved by this government rotates and strives. Your Excellency, you can see the mission statement, first of all, is to be conscious of the enlightenment program and the propagation of government programs and policies. Your Excellency, one of the mission statements is the provision of reliable, timely, and useful information to help the citizens take decisions as it concerns and affects them. Next, value statement. We are concerned with the philosophy that information is the key factor that will help us in the contemporary society, and therefore is being guided by the following: trust, quality, objectivity, creativity, and empowerment. The achievements of this ministry so far are being highlighted: trust, information, youth development, and sports development. Now, under information, this is IBC Administrative Headquarters. When we came on board 2011, we saw IBC without any administrative block. And that has informed my ministry to put this gigantic in place for IBC. Your Excellency, this is the entrance to the IBC premises. We remodeled the gate and have a perfect rhetoric landscaping main entrance into the IBC premises. Next, we have the multi-purpose, ultra-modern purpose event center. The philosophy behind this is to increase the revenue base of IBC, just to enable them remain independent. This is a 1,500 capacity. This is government printing press, Your Excellency, 15-room office block complex, completed and in use at the moment. Your Excellency, in this contemporary world where information is becoming an empowerment, a political and strategic mechanism, the Imo newspaper has been repositioned to boost the printing system in Imo State. Refurbished and upgraded IBC Orient TV. When we came in, the equipment we saw was not enough to withstand the challenges that IBC was facing. And we refurbished this and upgraded it to meet with the international standard. This is the control room. We only had the output and the input monitors, but this has been upgraded and refurbished. We came in and saw the television OB van abandoned years before this administration, and we went ahead and revived it. This is the revived operational Imo Broadcasting OB van television. Now we have the brand new 5 kilowatt backup transmitter. This is not the main transmitter we have. We have 30 kilowatt transmitter in place, but this is a backup in case of incidental challenges. Now, refurbished, upgraded IBC Red FM radio studio. Yes, this complements the television studio, and Imo people can bear witness to this that for the past 3 months, we have been enjoying IBC 24-hour service. We have upgraded this, we have refurbished this, and we have provided every necessary facility that will enable us to operate 24-hour service to keep Igbo people abreast of the functionalities and achievements and programs and policies of this government. Uninterrupted power supply system, the UPS. Your Excellency, this is so dear to my ministry. Rebranding of Imo archives. The philosophy is to preserve and present what we are presently doing now for posterity, so that our children yet unborn will witness what we are doing here today. So this is a very important department in this ministry. Go back. IBC is in collaborative agreement and partnership with Voice of America and British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC. Yes, what we are seeing is a press center complex built in 1988 by the former military governor, Amade Ikweche. He built it and donated to NUJ, Imo State chapter. Your Excellency, we have renovated this to this standard at the moment. Sports development. You can see His Excellency. You can see His Excellency telling us how to do it better. This is leadership by example. So, parallel to this, you can see behind His Excellency that the stadium was already undergoing renovation and upgrading. We have upgraded and regressed this stadium. Go back, let me show you the position of this was the Danayam Stadium before the renovation. Can you now come? This is the renovated Danayam Stadium that is ready to take national and international engagements, Your Excellency. Now, to decongest the use of Danayam Stadium, my ministry now decided to build 20 capacity of Kigwe Township Stadium, presently under construction, and this is the position of that stadium, and is 65% completion. The same philosophy, we built Olu 20,000 capacity township stadium, still under construction. This is 79% completion, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is Heartland Football Club. Heartland Football Club has emerged champions in 2011, 2012, and 2013, and Heartland has developed a winning streak that they win all the matches within the previous years. And go back. This is the management of Heartland presenting trophy won 2002 to His Excellency the Executive Governor. You can see the picture, go back. This is Heartland Queens Football Club, our girls. The first ever female football, professional football team Imo State has produced. This is this year. The Grasshoppers emerged champions. This is Grasshoppers female handball team. The Grasshoppers emerged champions last year and this year. Imo State cricket team, first runners-up, Heartland Flickers hockey team, won one gold medal African Cup of Champions in Zambia in 2011. Imo State cadet team, you can see the 3 gold medals and silver, 3 gold medals, 1 bronze medals at the UK Zone 5 cadet championship in Ghana in 2011. Imo State female wrestling. We have these 2 girls, Ifeoma and Amarachi, represented Nigeria at 2012 Olympic in London, and they won the 2 gold medals. Imo State power lifters won the first one. Imo State Taekwondo overall first, youth development. This is NYS orientation camp, popularly called Rocha Sokorocha orientation camp by the NYSC. It's a 3,500, 3,000, this is the area view of the orientation camp. It's a 3,500 base space capacity NYSC orientation camp. You can see the area view. Then this youth leadership skill acquisition training, 2,500 youths were brought together from various local government areas and were trained on various leadership skill and industrialization and acquisitions. Imo Youth Data Bank. The essence of this data bank is a physical policy to keep check of our youth. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me the audience to talk to you this afternoon. Thank you, Your Excellency, for this opportunity given to me to be part of this history-making government. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Honorable Commissioner for Information, thank you so very much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to bring on board an astute administrator with remarkable public service accomplishments, multi-dimensional permanent secretaries, a University of Ibadan trained economist, former chairman BIR, head of service, government of Imo State, Callistus Ekenze.
Your Excellencies, distinguished panel of impartial judges, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ekenze Callistus. I'm the head of service of this great state, Imo. My mission here is to give an account of my stewardship in the office of the head of service for the past 5 years. Before I go ahead, I want to inform you on an issue that is very, very important. And that is that Imo State Civil Service is 40 years old. And within these 40 years, the service has passed through 14 different governors, out of which 9 were military governors and 5 civilian governors. But the past 5 years has been most impactful in the history of the civil service. I want to go ahead to roll out. When we came on board in 2011, this was what we met as a block in the secretariat. Unattractive, uninviting. And directly after that, we had to go into a process of transformation. And this is what we now have. With landscaping, appropriate landscaping. This is the new secretariat. This is the area view of the secretariat. You can now see, when we came on board, what we met was carpets. This 903 offices in the secretariat were carpeted, and the carpets were not good in terms of health. So we had to go into a process of transformation. And what did we do? We had to tile the entire 903 offices. You can see them tiled with state-of-the-art seats and tables. You can see them. This is what an office looks like in a typical office looks like in the secretariat. Take a look at it. This is another view of the secretariat complex. This is walkway. When we came on board, there were no walkways. The entire 10 blocks were not linked with walkways, with the result that workers move around under the scorching sun and under the rain. We had to introduce the walkways. You can see the walkways linking the 10 blocks. Workers' welfare. Imo State is in the internet as the first state to pay 20,000 naira minimum wage. That is true. It is true also that the state government also paid clothing allowance to civil servants. It is also true that we conducted training to upgrade and actualize the competencies of our civil servants within the period. Go ahead. When we came on board, our civil servants were relaxing on shanties. This was where they used to go and have their relaxation, where they have to go for their lunch. But directly after that, we had to build a world-class lounge. You can see the lounge. Please bring the next slide. You can see the lounge. This is the outside of the lounge. Look at another view of the lounge. That is the inside of the lounge. And I take this opportunity to invite all of you. Please, they serve the best dishes east of the Niger and north of Limpopo. You can see the inside of the lounge. You can see another section of the inside of the lounge. Now, one critical aspect of that lounge is that it is independently powered. You can see the solar power. It is also independently watered. You can see the water tank over there. Next. When we came on board, there was no dress code in the state. Civil servants could go to work in any form of attire. You know, people are dressed most times by the way they dress. So what did we do? These were civil servants. These were civil servants before we came on board. Now look at the dress code. Look at civil servants. Look at civil servants. I know some of you might think that this is a conference of bankers. No, they are civil servants in the Imo State. Civil servants in the Imo State. Look at what they look like. Now, training. We cherish training a lot to upgrade the competencies of our staff. And that is why, you know, this issue of e-governance. E-governance is the ultimate destination of any progressive system. And because of that, we have to build a new computer center in the state. It is now functional. We are training civil servants in batches of 120 per batch. This is the first batch under training. Look and see it. We expect that by the close of 2016, almost 70% of civil servants would have been computer literate, and we will be on course for e-governance. I also bought and distributed computer to ministries, departments, and agencies. Look at see me distributing computers to one of the ministries. Now, back gate. When we came on board, the gate to the secretariat was located along the busy Port Harcourt road. That road is always associated with heavy gridlock. So we had to relocate the secretariat gate to the back. You can see the back gate. You can see the back gate to and fro the back gate. That's what it is. That's where we are. I want to say this. All my colleagues that have spoken earlier have always ended up by thanking their staff. Who are these their staff? They are my staff. I train them and send them to these ministries. Without these staff, they wouldn't have attained the height they attend. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Head of Service of Imo State. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now want to go grassroots. I'm inviting the man who takes dividends of democracy to the fourth tier of government. Accountant, marketer, former honorable member of the Imo State House of Assembly, Honorable Obulimba Innocent Eke, Honorable Commissioner, Community Government Council. Obulimba.
To God be the glory for a day like this, in Jesus' name. Your Excellencies, panel of judges, all protocols observed. I am Honorable Obulimba Innocent Eke, the Commissioner for Community Government, Culture and Traditional Affairs. My ministry is a new ministry, a curation about 4 years old now. I'm going to tell you what it has done this past 4 years. It is indeed a new and an ingenious creation, enabling Imo State to do old things in new ways. Unlike in other states of Nigeria, where they have 3 tiers of government, in Imo State, we have added one more. We now have 4 tiers of government to address the undesirable gap between the 3rd tier and the grassroots, the people. We achieve this using a homegrown bottom-top approach to governance called Ohasherism. Contributions from the 644 autonomous communities are reported upwards via the community liaison officers of the communities. But now, we are reporting via the government liaison officers of the 305 INEC wards. We also have the conviction, and it is true, that CGC has come to stay. To this effect, we built this complex for the people. We prefer to call it the People's House. It has the CGC Secretariat, the People's Hall. It also has this adjoining 68-room story office building. It's along Owerri Aba Road, very close to the masses by Akachi Road Junction. This is a typical CGC office. Taking governance to the very doorsteps of the autonomous communities. We facilitated the erection, the setting up of 644 CGC offices across Imo State. This is a typical CGC meeting in progress. The traditional ruler, Ndiezim, they are the chairman of it. The secretary, youth leader, woman leader, and the community liaison officer are members. The executive secretary from the ministry doubles as the accounting officer. Thus far, my ministry has allocated substantial resources for empowerment, mobilization, development of the rural people through the concept of CGC. Data capture has gone beyond 85% as I speak with you. We have captured data from across the autonomous communities and they are undergoing processing. Come August, we shall be launching Imo communities. It will now be on web-linked, access-controlled one-stop shop of information, open to the world to tap from. Traditional welfare of our traditional rulers. The traditional rulers are indeed my closest strategic partners in this business. So we went into constructing this modern palatial complex for them. You can see what it has turned out to be. It's about 85% complete as I speak with you. It houses the Ezimo Palace. It also houses service quarters for Ezimo. It has this 1,000 sitting capacity parliament. This is the back view. We also have an administrator for principal officers of the council. This, you see, is an ultra-modern multi-purpose amphitheater. All what I have shown you, you can find at the Arts and Culture Center, Mbari Street, Ikenebu, here in Owerri. As never before, traditional rulers in Imo State now enjoy enhanced status, courtesy of my ministry. Before, they used to attend the huge delay in processing recognition certificates and issuance of staff of offices. That is a thing of the past. Now, you can see, just recently we confirmed about 125 traditional rulers. In December, we added another 7 to join the 512 that already have staff of office. They are the workers of the CGC we are talking about. Even we have provided personal orderly for DSA. We have customized plate numbers for them to announce royalty when royalty arrives. Culture is our thing, it's our passion. You can see His Excellency well adorned in the culture of our people. This is maiden cultural look. You have the male cultural look. You have the royal cultural look. All of them you can see. A Joku lecture series. This is indeed an intellectual harvest. It is a legacy left for us for late Sam Mbappe. May he so rest in peace. It is now being globalized by my ministry, just to remind Ndibo who they are and where they are going. We have also done the launch for the Igbo globalization. I tell you, come August, during the launch, you'll also see the first laptop with a facility just to produce Igbo language and to teach Igbo language. From here, we will give it out to other Igbo-speaking states. Our culture must not go extreme. We encourage in my ministry interactions, cultural interactions. Thus, we built across the 3 zones complex comprising of story building, 24-room office block, encircling a seating capacity of 500 hall. This is the one for Owerri zone at Akachi Junction. This is the one for Kibe zone, opposite the police zone. Yet another opposite to Timber Market for Olu zone. Strategic support program for ministries, departments, and agencies. This is a singular most important achievement of my ministry. Here, we know, we tell ourselves, we convince ourselves that my ministry is the kernel of democracy. It propels government of the people, by the people, for the people. The grassroots people, the people who gave us vote, for which you and I are assembled here. The people, the great people of Imo State. the very rural people that count. We have even mobilized, even for sectors, across all sectors, we have mobilized Imolites that have won different laurels. For who? The people. We have also had laurels won by other sectors. For who? The people. We have had to mobilize land and labor for modern rural markets. For who? The people. We have also had to open stores across. These things are going to take root. For who? The people. 637 schools have been renovated with the active participation of my strategic partners, the AZs, across. For who? The people. We have also donated arable land from the hinterland across Imo State, 637 hectares for a Kwananko project. Because today we may say morning, a Kwananko, good afternoon, a Kwananko, good evening, a Kwananko, courtesy of my ministry. But then for who? The people. We also have mobilized for other ministries. Ministry of Health. We have mobilized immunization program from the hinterland, for which they came first. For who again? The people. We have today given Imo State people a sense of belonging. Imo feels and knows that the rescue mission truly rescues. And therefore, they are celebrating. Who is celebrating? That are the people. The people of Imo State are celebrating. You can see they brought kegs of palm wine from all the nooks and crannies of Imo State to celebrate. Thank you. You can see the people are happy. Reason for government in the first place is to touch the people. The Ministry of CGC talks about the people. Happy people. People from across the zones of Imo State. Our people are happy. They are happy with the rescue mission. For emphasis, panel of judges, government and indeed the ministries, departments and agencies in Imo State have recorded success. But this can only be good success when it touches the rural people. My ministry provides that link. Thank you. If there is a competition, my question is, with who? Because my ministry leads, others follow. Imo is at work and Imo is working. Thank you, Your Excellency, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dick Chico Kafo, these presentations that are going on, for who? The people. Thank you so very much. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege and the honor to present to you a mobile administrative icon, chartered accountant of Nigeria, fellow of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, fellow of the Institute of Cost and Management Accounting, former permanent secretary, former accountant general of Imo State. Behold, the person of the secretary to the government of Imo State, Sir George Eche.
Your Excellencies, members of the panel of judges, the press, distinguished gentlemen and ladies, thank you, Your Excellency, for having me. I present to you what we have done in the past 5 years. But let me warn, my office is not an outdoor office. We concern ourselves with policies and programs. But in 2011, we were short of offices. We had need to be comfortable first before we could settle down to the business of governance. Thank you, Your Excellency, for approving for us a brand new office complex, 2 gigantic floor building, very powerful aerial view, powerfully furnished, from which we have become comfortable enough to now operate. Let me now take you to Abuja, because my office controls Abuja. This is Imo Liaison office as it was when we came in 2011, That was late 17 years ago, and by Your Excellency's gracious approval, I have been able to convert that structure, that carcass, into this very beautiful office structure, 3 floors, well furnished, in the same premises as our office. Your Excellency, I also would like to provide for us to see this structure, which I will show you has become the pride of Imo State in Abuja. It is a 7-floor expansive thing. Foundation was laid over 17 years ago. But now, let us see what it has become for Imo State. I present the now fully completed Imo State Guest House in Abuja, Major IGR ENA, pride of Imo State, symbol of determination, powerfully called Chief Sam Mbakwe House. In Lagos, Your Excellency, our program has been pick up old, abandoned, dilapidated buildings and make them functional. This is what we met in 2011. And by your very approval, Your Excellency, we have been able to convert this into some very beautiful 4-floor apartment, housing both the liaison office, providing guest house services, enormous office space, and generating revenue for Imo State. Your Excellency, we also, gentlemen, we also have taken pride to construct symbolic and iconic structures only. Like I said, we're not a construction company, but whatever is dear to the heart of our people, we construct. This is the Freedom Square. This house, this structure came because about 2011 and 12, people were gagged, could not talk, couldn't use government facilities, even for electioneering campaign. And we made a promise that if we won that election, we will build somewhere where people will come out, air their views, and not get arrested. And so I present to you Freedom Square with a symbol of freedom. This man is just telling you, change is here. That's a blue glass ball for tourist attraction in the Freedom Square. Let's go on, please. Okay, if you think this is a cemetery, I will not blame you. But this is Heroes Square. Formerly, it was the cenotaph. We picked it up as it was and began to do things with it. It was a hideout for criminals. It was overgrown with weeds, looking like a cemetery. Let me now show you what we have done with it. You can now see, after just 1 year in office, we have been able to convert that bush into a very proudly completed and put to use arena. Very impressive, seats over 10,000 people. It's our own answer, and I make proud to say this, our own answer to Ego Square, Abuja. Gentlemen, this is one more look, one more view of it. Next, please. And we don't just construct, gentlemen. We build and we push to use. This is Hero Square in full and optimum use. We made this. It was not called Ikemba Ojukwu. It was someplace overgrown by weeds, abandoned, unknown, and left to rot. But like I said, change has come, gentlemen and ladies. And in no time, the Midas touch has come, and let me show you what it now looks like. This is now Ikemba Ojukwu Center, monumental square in honor of the late Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, masterpiece of strong architectural aesthetics, powerful landscaping, there for Igbo history and renaissance, providing accommodation for advisors and task forces. Other views, aerial view of Ikemba Ojukwu Square. This is Ikemba Ojukwu Auditorium. Let me show you what we have done with this auditorium. Put to use effectively, but one event that took place here stands out. This is the burial of the Ikemba himself. And you can see the governor himself paying his last respects to the icon of our Igbo-ness, full military honor for the Ikemba. Okay, you have here the Hall of Fame under construction, brand new project, started from the scratch, now completed, standing very huge and beautiful. Children's Bridge in Heroes Apartment. Our children meet out here every festive period, 100 meters span, symbolizes movement from obscurity into the greatness that Dame Ojukwu represents. Of course, the 100-meter long bridge. Let's go on. Okay, this is the Heroes Villa as it was. What it now is, to celebrate and accommodate Igbo sons and daughters with profound effect on the masses. You can only be here by a resolution of the Imo State House of Assembly. This was what we got, representing the Deputy Governor's Lodge. We have since changed this. It is now a very powerfully, exquisitely furnished apartment for His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State. Now, let me just end by saying, Your Excellency, gentlemen, that my office is not a construction company. It is by your grace that we have done all these. But we do tenders, but we provide public service, we do ESCO matters, all of them. And everything you have done, we thank God for it, but we prepared it. Finally, Your Excellency, all our commissioners have done well. All of them have done well, and we give God the glory. But you appointed me. I appointed them. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for appointing him, and thank you, AGI, for appointing them. One thing you see, when you walk past these commissioners, the Chief of Staff and AGI, please touch your back. Let them know that it is not bare land. Otherwise, they will build structures on your back. Former Chairman on Imo Local Government Area, former Chairman House of Assembly Service Commission, first elected Secretary of our party APC Imo State. Let us give it up for Honorable Chief Barrister Emma Ibediro, Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Rural Development.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, panel of judges, I am Barrister Emma Ibediro. I am the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Rural Development, and by virtue of that office, I coordinate and supervise the activities of 27 local governments in Imo State. And you know that the time allocated to us will not be enough to talk about the activities of 27 governments in Imo State. But I'll try and be as fast as I can and mention the very essential areas. Your Excellency, when we came in 2011, what we met were deplorable roads that have been subjected to several years of constant surface grazing and attendant erosion menace. What did we do? We moved into action and began the construction of what we can call the greatest road revolution in Nigeria, a program that gave each local government over 25 kilometers of asphalted roads in addition to the other motorable roads made motorable by standard earthwork and drainages. I will show you what we have now. Road is Omoka Bihite Road in Ngopala, Mbara Road to Oforola connecting on Haji and Owerri West, Nwaji Okata Omoma Road in Hituboma, Oriamiri, Oriamoma, Nkwo in Oru East, Amulachi, Anezome Road in Bitolu, Oriomo Bomb Road in Idato South, Umudioka Uku in Olu, Obuaya Road in Idato North, Umugoma in Owerri West. This is another road in Idato South. Your Excellency, this is a couple to Afwebueju in Njaba. This is Zoelokwe in Onimo local government area, my own local government. And I stand here to testify that since creation, this is the first time Onimo is having a third road. Ogi Road in Okigwe. Ladies and gentlemen, in our public facilities, we will met decade facilities. One of them was our facilities in primary schools. You know that the Ministry of Local Government is a strategic partner in the provision of primary education. We began the reconstruction of our primary schools. This is what we had. This is what we had before we came in. Then we began the construction of 305 twin buildings, story building for our children as classrooms. On the whole, we have 305, 64 in Okigwe zone, 104 in Owerri zone, and 137 in Olu zone. If you combine the total number of classrooms provided, we have over 3,660 classrooms provided under this project. This is Abuja Primary School Obo, Owerri West Central School Lumariam Obo, Obonachi Primary School Obo. These buildings have improved the educational standard of our children because we believe that the environment also assists our education and our children in their learning. Your Excellency, panel of judges, one other area we made very strategic developments is in the area of health, where we partnered with our State Ministry of Health, even though I'm the major partner, having said 70% of it. When we constructed the 27 gigantic 100-bed general hospitals with intensive care units and standard laboratories. We have this in Njaba, only in General Hospital, only in General Hospital, Olu General Hospital, Wangele General Hospital, Owerri North General Hospital, Owerri West General Hospital, Ikedu General Hospital, Ngwakwala General Hospital. Your Excellencies, when these hospitals are completed, you can see His Excellency proudly taking his colleagues around the hospitals, and this equipment of the hospitals already going on now. Your Excellencies, when we complete this hospital, it will make Igbo State the one-stop center for health needs in Nigeria. This is the state of a local government headquarters where we got in, overtaken by Woods. These are the kind of buildings we met. What did we do? We entered into action. This is Isu local government, Osu local government, Olu, Njaba, Onimo local government, Idatono local government, Ayasun Bise local government, Owerri North local government. We also extended these innovations to our security agencies. This is the Divisional Police Headquarters in Okigwe. This is the Divisional Police Headquarters in Ngokpala. And this is the Civil Defense Building in Ngokpala. In fact, wherever you see the signature green roof, know that the magic hand of excavation has touched it. Because we also know that agriculture is the way to go. This is the integrated farm projects we established in the 27 local governments. This is the poultry at Obo, Njaba, Okigwe, Owerri North, the fishery at Owerri North, pineapple orchard at Obo, plantation and cassava at Obo. Your Excellencies, we have also created opportunity for training of our staff. This is one of them. This is one of the trainings going on. Next, please. And then to boost our revenue effort in the local governments, my ministry have also supplied 4x4 pickup trucks and 18-seater buses each to the 27 local government chairmen to boost our revenue effort. Your Excellencies, I must put this on record that without the encouragement of the rescue bearer himself, Owele Rocha Asana Yokorocha, myself as a commissioner and the 27 local government chairmen would have been able to achieve this feat. Therefore, we say, my governor, we love you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In 2011, when I was appointed Commissioner for Finance, I thought they said I was the youngest to ever hold that office. 4 years down the line, today, we have a much, much younger person to live and work in that office. Let us welcome a graduate of University of Nigeria, a former banker with Diamond Bank, former Commissioner for Internal Resources and Pensions. Let us give it up for the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Commissioner for Finance, Honorable Obinna Mbata.
Your Excellencies, distinguished panel of judges, my good people of Imo State here present, good evening. My name is Obinna Mbata, and I'm the Honorable Commissioner for Finance, Imo State. I'm here to render an account of my stewardship within the last 5 years of this administration. Let's go on, please. These are screenshots of our total revenue within the period under review between 2011 till date, showing a grand total of about 330 billion naira received, primarily from statutory allocations and our internally generated revenue. Next, please. This is the total of our recurrent expenditure, our salaries, and our pensions. About 138 billion naira, which represents almost 50% of the total of our earnings within the period under review. Now, we are targeting a further reduction in this within the next couple of months with some reforms that we have put in place to bring it down from about 4.2 billion naira, which it is now, to about 3.7 billion naira. Next one, please. Now, this is a comparative analysis, statutory allocations, southern and some northern states. And we also have the figures for Kaduna State and Bauchi State here represented. Akwa Ibom within this period of time, about 2015 half year, and about 15.5 billion. Rivers State about 11.5 billion on a monthly basis. Kaduna State 4.76 billion. Bauchi State about 4.31 billion. And our good state of Imo State about 4.20 billion within the period. Next, please. We have a comparative analysis showing what the internal revenue collections and statutory receipts within the period for states in the southeast, showing Imo State ranked third within this period. Next one, please. And despite all of this, I would have to tell you that we have about the largest workforce in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with about 60,000 personnel. Next one, please. And because of our high salary scale, we found out that we pay the highest salaries amongst all the states in the southeast. This gives you a comparative analysis. Imo State there is in yellow. We made a comparison with Anambra State. CONMES, that is the salaries for medical workers. You find out that somebody who is on grade level 6, step 9 as a medical worker earns over 800,000 naira in Imo State, while comparatively, we have somebody in Anambra State doing about 400,000 naira. We pay very, very well. Next one, please. This is another comparative analysis for our law officers. Imo State is also depicted in yellow, and then Enugu State in green. Where somebody who is on grade level 9, step 8 as a law officer in Imo State earns about 393,000 naira, while comparatively, his colleague in Enugu State earns about 164,000 naira, a difference of about 228,000 naira. Next slide, please. This is another comparative analysis. Salaries of our magistrates in the southeast, Anambra, Ebonyi, and Enugu, taking grade level 13, step 5 as our point. We have Imo State there paying about 545,000 naira, Anambra 134,000, Ebonyi 272,000 naira, and then Enugu State 182,000 naira. And we say that in spite of all of this, we pay 20,000 naira minimum wage above the 18,000 naira minimum wage paid by every other state in the federation. Next one, please. Now, the big question is, how have we been able to manage despite the lean resources? Next, please. We have the rescue mission philosophy and governance, which demands sacrifice for public good. And it's in line with this philosophy that His Excellency graciously forfeited his security vote of over 4 billion naira annually, which we plowed and invested into meeting social needs of the citizenry, like free education. We have practiced prudence in our spendings and allocation of scarce financial resources. There is zero tolerance for corruption and wastage. And we have implemented the Imo State 4-year budgetary plan, which enables us to plan for the future. Next slide, please. We have also removed undue bureaucracy in governance and doing business in Imo State, and established things like the one-stop shop, like the Imo Trade and Investment Center for domestic and foreign investors. And I will commend Your Excellencies to have a look at this before you step out of the state. Next one, please. We have also actively engaged with international development partners like the World Bank, UNESCO, IFA, DFID, in critical areas like public sector reforms, education, agriculture, and health. What are the effects of all of this? Introduction and sustenance of free education. We estimate that we should be hitting about 2 million of our students' enrollment by the end of 2016. Next one, please. Reduction in poverty level. As at 2010, the pie chart there shows you that we had absolute poverty level of about 50.5%. Next slide, please. 57.3% relative poverty level for Imo State. Presently, next slide, please. What we now have From that report, United Nations Multidimensional Poverty Index, published in June 2015, it has dropped to 19.8% poverty rate in Imo State. Next one, please. We have also increased our monthly subvention to key tertiary institutions in the state. By the time we came in, IMSU was at 57 million. We raised it to 297 million, an increase of 421%. IMSU was 56 million. It was raised to 120 million naira a month, an increase of 114%. Imo State Polytechnic, 40 to 112. College of Health Technology, 12 million to 30 million, increase in 150%. Next slide, please. Now, we have also ensured prompt payments of salaries within the last 4 years before the downturn in the general economy in the country. Next one, please. We have applied our 13% derivation funds as an oil-producing state, even though that we receive paltry sums, but in areas of youth empowerment, like the 500 million naira youth empowerment that we get to youth in Ohaji and the Eboma local government area of the state. Next slide, please. Total construction of this brand new ISOPADEC headquarters, there was not in existence by the time this government came into was elected into power. We built this from the scratch. We are constructing the Imo State Maritime University at Osemoto Onyokuta. And all of these things, we have duly applied 13% derivation among the oil-producing areas, and there is no youth restiveness in Imo State. That is why there is peace. That is why there is security in Imo State. Next one, please. We have paid gratuities over time. Next one, please. We have executed several federal government projects, applied over 20 billion of it, and we'll use this opportunity to call on the federal government to give us some of these reforms so that we could also apply them to some other critical areas. Next one, please. I'm almost done. We have utilized our loans, converted some of them to federal government bonds. Next one. And in this annual report, our debt-to-income ratio was about 49.4% as at 2010. Now it is about 17.9%, showing evidence of prudence in the management of our resources. And to further strengthen our processes, full automation of salaries payments in MDAs in the state, application of IPSAS for more transparency in our public sector financial reporting. Next one, please. Please, I'm almost done. Just grant me your indulgence. We've carried out some task force projects. This thing was built right from the scratch under this administration. Next slide, please. This is the Imo State Microfinance Bank that was built to provide financial intermediation for small and medium or micro scale businesses. We focus on internal generated revenue to do improvement through full implementation of treasury single accounts, automation of our collections, strengthening of obsolete laws.
Thank you so very much. Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
That was my son and successor in office as Commissioner for Finance. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies. Remember that,
Whatever that has a beginning for sure must have an end. We are gradually coming to the grand finale of these wonderful presentations. May it please your excellency that I now invite for general overview of what has taken place here today, his personal conviction about what has happened. 2 minutes, I invite the national chairman of the ruling party in the largest country in Black Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome His Excellency Dr. John Odige Oyegu, National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC.
please be seated. Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, Owele Rochas Okorocha, Your Excellencies, the Governors of Kaduna State and Bauchi State, the Deputy Governor, Imo State, the Right Honorable Speaker, Imo State, and the immediate past Speaker, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Imo State, my Lords, our spiritual leaders who are here present, and your Royal Highnesses also who have graced this occasion. At that point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
Your anthem says, Imo will be better. Is Imo better? Your governor launched a rescue mission. And having heard the brilliant renditions that I have heard this evening, I want to say, Imo is better. And I want to say also that Imo has been rescued. But you are not in the sky yet. You are not on the treetop yet. So your concentration today is to build a great Imo state. I must congratulate your commissioners, brilliant men and women, lucid presentation, enthusiastic presentation, and people who gave that clear indication that they have enjoyed what they have been doing. And they are happy to have contributed to the development of Imo State. I want to congratulate all of you. And I must say, Mr. Governor, that you seem to have commissioners and people at time. And whenever you invite me, I always decide to come so long as my other schedules permit. Why? Because each time I come here, I am guaranteed to see something new, something different, and something pleasing. So I thank you very much for being one of the stars of the APC, one of the performing governors of the APC, of whom we are indeed very, very proud. As a matter of fact, instead of Your Excellency, from now I'll be calling you Mr. Constructor, because you're always building something or the other. Thank you, God bless you, God prosper you.
One of the stars of the APC, one of the most performing governors of the APC, coming from no less a person than the national chairman of our great party, the party that took over the governance of the country from a party that said they will rule forever. Put your hands together for His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, Owele Anabetas Okorota. All the way from the northeast, let us make welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Bauchi State, His Excellency Mohammed Abdullahi Abubakar.
And at the same time, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, they will be walking like seismic twins, all the way from the political headquarters of the North, Kaduna State. We also welcome Mr. Demolition, His Excellency Nasiru El-Rufai, to join him. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as he comes up to join him. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been overruled.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, one of the most performing governors of the APC, my brother, the indefatigable patriot, the apostle of free education, the bridge builder, the Nigerian Sokoto, Owele Rochas Anayo Okorocha. Your Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, Your Excellency, the Chairman of our great party, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, the Right Honorable, the Speaker, Imo State House of Assembly, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Imo State, members of the National and State Assemblies here present, members of the Imo State Executive Council, on whose account we are all here, my lords, spiritual and temporal, here present, I bring you the warm felicitations and the warm greetings of the good people of Bauchi State. I am indeed very, very happy to be in your midst today on an occasion such as this, which is, to my mind, a novelty, because I'm yet to see any such occasion performed by any of the governors of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So let me tell you that I am going to take away with me very, very important lessons from what has happened here today. And I assure you that soon you will hear me replicating what the governor of Imo State has done. My chairman has done a perfect job of reviewing what has happened. I must join my chairman in congratulating the commissioners of the government of Imo State for a very, very wonderful performance. And I must congratulate the main man himself, the Owele, for putting together first and foremost this very, very wonderful team, and then for doing what he has succeeded in doing despite the very well-known paucity of resources in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. My reasons for coming are twofold. One, to be with my brother and celebrate with him over these achievements. And two, in the history of the Owele, a very long time ago when he started business, my state happened to be one of the places where he made his very, very first big profit in business. As a result of that, when he was in Bauchi State for the meeting of all progressive governors, the Emir of Bauchi requested of him that he has heard that he has been building Rochas Foundation schools all over Nigeria. Why has he forgotten Bauchi, where it all started from? There and then, the Owele made a promise that he was going to build a Rochas Foundation school in Bauchi. He turned to me and he asked me to provide him with land. I did a very long time ago, but the process I followed was not acceptable to him. So after giving him the letter of grant, he returned it to me and made it very, very clear to me that what he wanted was a certificate of occupancy in the name of the Rochas Foundation. And this evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'll crave the indulgence of my brother to come up onto this rostrum and collect the certificate of occupancy.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Bauchi State of Nigeria.
Maybe you read it to them yourself.
A multi-gallon.
Certificate of occupancy. This is certified the Rochas Foundation College, Bauchi, whose address is this government house, Owerri, Imo State of Nigeria. Thank you. To God be the glory.
Congratulations, Your Excellency.
Congratulations, Your Excellency. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Governor of Bauchi State, for your good message and felicitation with the Governor and government and people of Imo State.
As we very quickly invite the State Repeater Force of Northern Politics, one of the first-class brains in Nigeria, Mr. Demolition, His Excellency Nasiru El-Rufai, Governor of Kaduna State.
Your Excellency, the National Chairman of our party, Chief John Odige Oyegun, Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, my brother, Chief Rochas Okorocha, Your Excellency, the Governor of Bauchi, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, my brother that I call simply Prince, commissioners, advisors, members of the National and State Assemblies, Your Royal Highnesses, my lords, spiritual and temporal, I recognize one of my very close brothers from the days of the FCT here. Ladies and gentlemen, after the remarks by our national chairman and the goodwill message of the Governor of Bauchi, I have very little to add, really. I fully agree and support every commendation and recognition given to Governor Okorocha and his team for an excellent job, and I would like you all to clap for them. As a first-time governor, I was very excited to be invited here, because for many of us that are learning this governorship business for the first time, associating with the more experienced governors is a way of getting free training. And today I think both the Governor of Bauchi and my humble self have learned a lot. I want to thank and commend my brother, Governor Rochas Okorocha, for many, many things. First, his vision. Second, his Nigerian-ness. And third, his achievements. I say his vision because Governor Rochas Okorocha was one of the few political leaders from this part of the country that saw tomorrow. He broke away from the mold. He displayed courage in recognizing that that other party is dying, just waiting for the funeral. And the future is in the APC. And he joined. I think the entire people of the Southeast, my brothers, the Indigo, should be grateful to Rochas Okorocha, because but for him, the Southeast will be completely and totally in useless opposition today. It takes vision and courage to do what he did, and this is why I have great respect for him. The second reason, of course, is his achievements that we have seen here. He has done incredibly well. He has upgraded Imo State from simply Owerri State to a state that has more than one urban center. See the transformation of Olu and Okigbe, you know that Rochas has worked. As the national chairman said, we don't know how he managed to do that. I would like to talk to your Commissioner of Finance so that we get the secret. But truly, you have done very well and we're very proud of you. As the chairman of our Progressive Governors Forum, you have taken a lot of our responsibilities and you've been patient with many of us, the first-time governors. And all I can say to the people of Imo State is you have made the right choice. You have no cause to regret. This is the way to go. Imo is already great, but it's going to be even greater by God's grace. I would like to end by commending the members of the Executive Council. One of the two things I noticed about the Executive Council that I like is that one of the commissioners is called Mrs. Bulldozer. I like the sound of that name for obvious reasons. But the second thing that struck me really, and I'm quite humbled by that, is the fact that in my opinion, the most important ministries are headed by women. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, every ministry is important, but nothing is more important than education, health, and infrastructure. And the commissioners of works, education, and health are all women. I greet you. Well, I think for that feat alone and the fact that all the three women are performing women, I think Governor Rochas Okorocha should be commended. Our women are half of our population. They are mothers to all of us and daughters to many of us. We must encourage our women by challenging them. And often when you do, the women outperform the men and they are more honest. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your Nigerianness.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your achievements.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for seeing tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your detribalization.
And thank you for taking us to tomorrow.
And thank you for your vision. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome the father and the founder of modern Imo State, His Excellency Owele Rochas Anayo Okorocha, the man who has done it all, the visionary himself, the father of infrastructure in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. To God be the glory. I'm not worthy to receive any applause, neither should you even thank me for this success. Please give my Creator God Almighty all this glory and applauses. To God be the glory. Mr. Chairman, thank you. My colleagues, Governor of Kaduna and Bauchi, thank you.
thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And I'm not taking this your visit for granted. My co-pilot, the Deputy Governor, thank you. My Speaker and members of the House, without your budget and approvals, this cannot be possible. Thank you very much. My Chief Judge, Da Pascal, and the entire judiciary, thank you very much. My party, APC, thank you for supporting me. Ezimom and all the traditional rulers, thank you for keeping the tradition alive. Thank you very much. And to you, my service chiefs, Imo State Inspector General of Police, Imo State Director General of SSS, and Imo State Chief of Army Staff, Immigration, thank you, and Civil Defense, thank you very much, and all of you. Ohaneze, Ndewon, thank you for coming. Khan of Imo State, the spiritual backfire, thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you. And of course, one person that is not here, she's out of the country, I must thank. My lovely wife, Ugonoman Kechinye Rochas, and my children, thank you for being there for me. To the great people of Imo State, I can only say thank you for the support. It's a privilege to be a governor and a very unique opportunity in one's life. And no governor or any man in leadership should allow that opportunity to slip off his hands. Why should I be a governor and miss the opportunity of writing my name somewhere in the history of times? For me, I'm here for the glory of the job and not for the profit of the job. Because for me, honor is more than life, and glory more than wealth. For what shall it profit me if I have this opportunity of being a governor and I'm not able to change the lives of the people? I think history will not write something about me. But thank God today, with my colleagues, the commissioners, some of you have suffered direct attack by me. You've accused me and criticized me of keeping night vigil every night for meetings. This is the result of those. Thank you very much. But let me share this with you, Nigerians. No government and no governor or president can succeed under the present bureaucratic arrangement that we have in the country. And for you to succeed as a leader, governor or president or chairman, you must think outside the box. One of the biggest problems we have in Nigeria is a bureaucratic bottleneck. And in Imo State, we removed it with the House of Assembly by introducing 4 years budget. So I know what to do in the next 4 years from the day I was sworn in as a governor. The second point that has killed this nation is the issue of due process, which I call due process of corruption. And where they keep governors busy with files. Since I became a governor, I have never seen a file. And I have no business with files. Since I became a governor, I've only stayed in my office about 15 times. I have never been to my office, as beautiful as it is. My office is in the field and in the infrastructures. And I do not know why people in authority should talk about sleep. Why do you sleep? When you die, what will you do? So there's no sleeping and no resting for a man in authority. Because when you die, then you sleep peacefully. And that's why when you keep sleeping, when you're supposed to walk, when you die, your ghost will be walking around. My people, my people. I'd like to say that we still have challenges. We're not there yet. I'm not happy And I'm not satisfied for as long as we still have primary schools, children studying under the trees. I'm not satisfied for as long as my secondary schools, some of them are still looking bad. I'm not satisfied because my rural roads are not all completed. I'm not satisfied. And I don't believe making excuses for lack of money, because my Bible tells me where there's no vision, the people perish. The Bible never says where there's no money. So there's no cash in connection with leadership. What is important is vision. Let me therefore say to all of us that Nigerians must learn to have hope. And Nigerians must learn to speak well of their people and their government. There's no one that can promote this nation for us but us. What I enjoyed in Imo State is that Imonites, I've never seen any governor in the history of mankind who have received the support I have received from my people. Today, I'm clearing the entire of Amakohia Road. As you drive to Olu, I expect that naturally people will come out and say don't. But people are happy removing their shanties on the road. No one can have that cooperation. I'm clearing Mbari Road. The people are applauding me as I'm expanding the road. I'm clearing MCC Road. The people are happy. This is what I see in television where people are protesting. In Imo State here, they applaud me even for pulling down their houses. Because they know I mean well. And by the grace of God, I shall take Imo State to such an enviable height that generations yet unborn will be proud to say a governor passed through this place. God bless all of you.
Thank you, the people's governor, the founder and the father of New Imo.
Please, before I sit down, before I get fired, NUJ, for organizing this program, thank you. I thought they would recognize you as you pass the judgment. And the first winner of this, the minister that will win this today, which they will call the results, will go home with 10 million naira. And the commissioner will get a piece of land of his choice anywhere in Owerri. Even if it's going to be inside government house, I shall cut a piece of land for him. But they all did well. And second prize will go with 5 million naira and a piece of land. And the third prize will only have a piece of land, no money. Thank you. This token is an appreciation, and to say to whom much is given, much is expected. Mr. Speaker, thank you. I never forget. Thank you for coming. And honorable members here, thank you. God bless my people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the climax of the outing here tonight. But let me remind you that we have in the house such great artists like Ras Kimono and Bright Chimeze.
We shall be bringing for our enjoyment pleasure, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the one and only African entertainment maestro, high life strategist, Bright Chimeze of Okoro Jr. Bright Chimeze, make it up for him, give it up for him, give it up for him. Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. Okoro Jr., Bright Chimeze.
Ozigi Zaga. Very shortly, we'll also be hearing from the judges. The Right Honorable Speaker is sitting there. Where's your name? I am Akwalana. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so delighted to be here today. Our neighbor governor is a wonderful man. I'm so happy about what is happening in Imo State. The track I'm going to do for you is titled African Style. You know a story? When I went to Igbo country, you know what happened? DJ, let's go.
government of Owerri Sokorocha in Imo for the past 5 years. And this account of stewardship, we saw a team of successful commissioners and helpers. Of course, for one to succeed, there must be a team. From the beautiful crowd we saw here today, from the leadership of APC in the country to the National Assembly and the lower house, and of course Imo State, and the crowds of personalities we have here today, and the crowd and personalities that attended this great event, it appears that Imo people are very happy with the achievement of their governor, Owerri Sokorocha, within the past 5 years. We thank you for being part of this broadcast today, and we are bidding you farewell from Owerri, affectionately called the Eastern Heartland. Thank you for watching. On behalf of the entire Outcast broadcast crew, I am Ada OK, wishing you a fantastic evening, and thank you for being part of the show.
I am committed. I am always learning, always pushing. I am running, but not for my life. I am a football field, not a battlefield. I am a mother, a father. I am 2 jobs. I am jumping, shooting, swimming toward a new world.
This is the network service of the MTA.
Our forefathers, then they always talk and say, waiting vulture get to go do for barbing salon. No need. The Lord is the Baba. The vulture shall not want. And not to that level, they welcome now to a better program where they call UAC Soccer Flight. Where would they tell now all the etc. things them with day on top soccer. Not just for Nigeria, plus Nigeria, Africa, and Obodo Igbo. And then the people will make this thing a dig for us. Now people then will be saying, no be just for Nigeria, they know them everywhere. And they talk about UAC.
Global.
The global people.
Global.
Then they
are not local.
Okay, and then not be only me there here, I still get just one of my brothers inside the studio with me today. Biola, how far?
Yo, what's it happen? How you doing? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so and then not be only Biola, Clint, they were in still day. we go to join them later, making the follow us.
If he choose to join us.
If he choose to join
because
us.
we choose to join them. But Clint, if you see us now off TV.
Oh, that's how they do your thing. Okay, but make it for not too lost. Make we just quickly take this message from people them. We be say stand gidigbam with us to make sure say this one possible. We they come back, make you no go anywhere.
Live your life in color with the trusted paint brand that offers the widest range of colors and delivers a professional finish. And now you can picture it before you paint it with the free Dulux Nigeria app. Live your life in color. Dulux, let's color.
Okay, this is drink my name is Clint Rob, and this is USC Soccer Love Line. USC Soccer Love Line. Keep watching this program, whether you like football or you don't like football. In case you don't know anything about football, your brother is here for you. I don't know a thing. I am a novice. In fact, I used to think that Sepp Blatter was a new name for a new leather for ball. You know, we used to call ball bladder ball. Then they brought another name, Sepp Blatter. I thought it was a German name for the new skin for new leather ball. Which one is my own? No matter how you argue in football, one person must win. So whoever wins, we are the following team. In fact, me, I know they carry last. I don't support Group A, I don't support Group B, I support the referee. They can never lose. I tell you one thing, keep watching this program and you'll be glad you did. No matter where you are, no matter what, no matter where, just keep watching, keep watching.
USC Soccer Love Line be the program, and then I don't see now. We dey start the program proper, and then we go start with the friendly where our Super Eagles then play. And then Biola, the friendly so far.
Well, we played a couple of games against Mali, against Luxembourg. The way the games were framed was that they fundamentally will serve as preparations to the 2018 World Cup. If that be the case, then I think that there are one or two reasons why we can be excited. There are many reasons why we can choose not to be excited, because I don't know of many countries in the world who will go into preparatory games for key qualifiers without a permanent coach, without a captain, and without a vice captain. That doesn't sound like something that is organized. It doesn't sound like something that has vision behind it, that has preparation and planning behind it, because going into that game, the coach that was in charge, Salisu, is not Nigeria's permanent coach. Nah, just make him just stay there.
Just stay there.
Just stay there.
Fidi here.
Interim.
Fidi here.
Captain Mikel Obi then give him permission to go play for Joseph Yobo match for Port Harcourt, so him no show up. Ahmed Musa will be vice captain as well, then give him permission to show up for the same game. So we went into very important set of games that we were told are preparations for our 2018 qualifiers without the coach, the captain, and the vice captain. So we put that aside. The positives for me will be that somebody like a Brownie there, who hasn't had a look in as far as the national team is concerned for the past, probably say like a year or more now, came in and looked good in the game against Luxembourg. He scored in back-to-back games, scored the winner against Mali, scored a good goal as well against Luxembourg. And Odion Igalo, where people don't talk, when they come play for Nigeria, they wear cement for leg. So if you move, if you run, if you score, all those gymnastics and acrobatics when they do for Watford, even though they do it for Nigeria. He got a goal as well, and a goal is always good for any striker's confidence. Goal na the food of strikers. If they know they score, they go they starve. And this way they starve, no they ginger. So it's good that he also got a goal. So those are the positives. You look at people like that and you be like, okay, going to the qualifiers, if we can sort out the problems we have at the back, Conrad Mero wasn't really solid at the back. We still have issues, at the back. But going forward, you feel like we'll always have a chance. We'll always score goals. We'll always worry opponents.
With Ihanacho, and
Igalo, with Brownie there, and a few other guys where they go bring in, Ahmed Musa go come, Victor Moses will come. Going forward, we have a lot of pace, we have a lot of directness, and we have decent finishers. So going forward, I don't envisage us having a lot of problems. What we need to sort out is creativity and solidity in the middle of the park, and having a defense that is reliable.
And then it's very, very important, but these young boys now, where you mentioned, they need to put eye and put extra effort on top of those young boys then, because then really, really deliver for the matches where they play so
absolutely far. You know, those boys are the future. Maybe don't lie. Because you look at the old players and you say to yourself, what more can a lot of them do? A lot of them looks like their trajectory. It's already climbing down. They don't point down. You know, they are going south. You look at someone like Iheanacho. It took a while before we made him feel like a core member of the Super Eagles. For reasons best known to Coach Sunday Olise.
No, he don't say na winch the worry am. Leave Olise matter. Olise don't say na winch the worry am. So make we leave
put that on one side.
Make we put that for one side.
So he said I'm more blame the winch.
Na the winch.
You know, but eventually, you know, the young boy, you know, stepped up. Alex Iwobi as well is another young man who has got a cracking future ahead of him. He has everything, really, really intelligent. In Iheanacho and Iwobi, we are talking about two very brilliant, very intelligent attackers. These are boys with his strike, with his play behind striker, where they're comfortable with the ball at their feet anywhere on the pitch. Now, they be ballers then. So, you know, you have young players like that. Like you rightly said, we need to encourage them and make them feel like, look, going forward, guys, we are depending on you. Now, go carry.
Now we need.
You know, when you give them responsibility as young players, quickly they go lose that feeling. Say, we'll be small boys. We'll be small boys. They go
step up to that place.
And know, say, okay, it's on us to deliver. Let's go out and deliver.
Okay, but then not be only that one too. Then some of the guys, this particular set of people where they invite, come play these matches. My mind, they tell me now, say, make it not be like, say, when 2018 done, they reach them, can't drop them. Congo, they pick people where be say, no even play friendlies, will not even do anything. Because now one thing where they happen for our football be that.
Now my problem with that, that's why if they go play this kind of game, it's supposed to be the manager where you plan to use for the qualifiers. Because now, the guy waiting there now, Salisu, he use the players where him won't use. If another coach come, now he go start to tell you grammar. Say, those players not be your own type of players. Sack most of them or pursue most of them. Bring in your own set of players. And you don't go for blame him because he be the coach. That's how they talk, say, adequate planning will let you know, say, you don't start things you don't finish. If the plan is saying Asali should go be number one coach, make him number one coach so that we go know, saying go into qualifiers, oh, now this guy go be the coach. Because like you rightly said, now he don't come, he don't use his players. If new coach comes, say no want them, not where anybody go to.
Nobody.
So that's why you need to plan, you need to have vision, you need to have order and organization. All of those things, in playing these two friendlies, you can suggest that maybe the NFF have got their acts together. But also in playing these games in the way that we played it, also exposes a lot of weaknesses.
With the...
You know, that we are still not as organized. If you look how we take prosecute these two games, you go forget say we don't qualify for Nations Cup. We don't be like we learn. Because person will learn, they're serious. You don't know say when we dey school. Person will fail. Extra year, you know they follow you go party. You know we all they read monitor because you know say another failure, another extra year. Sure you get. So we don't qualify for the past two Nations Cup titles. You go imagine say NFF when we don't qualify, they are promised now say they go do whatever it takes to make sure say we qualify for 2018. How then do you start your 2018 preparations
without the coach, without the captain,
without the vice captain? What kind of situation arose that led to that kind of decision? Is either that's what they call an act of commission or omission. Whether you committed it implicitly or explicitly,
then forget
overtly or covertly.
Then forget. Now forget.
Because I mean, for a lot of the positives that have come out, when you remember that the guy who was in charge of these games, no be the substantive coach. When you remember, say the captain of the team, no they there. The vice captain of the team, no they there. It go make you feel like say, then just go play. Then just go play. Now the feeling where you go get with that, and it's not a good feeling.
I love this feeling, something I really love. It's cool and caring to share with someone you really love. There's love in sharing, yeah. Don't share with someone you love. Have a supreme day. 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 Share with someone you love. Have a supreme day. Have a supreme
Ice cream. Oh my goodness.
Being the foremost property developer in the country, UPDC is perfectly positioned to help investors take advantage of this growing opportunity. Our structures are renowned for their exceptional aesthetic value and their phenomenal returns on investment.
Our vision is to be #1